be brief, everyone. As you know, my name is Cyron Smith. I'm a national community organizer focused on the issues that are plaguing urban centers all throughout the country. I live here in Chicago. I just wrapped up a meeting over on the east side of the city, southeast side, 60619 zip code over there at Revere Elementary School. You're going to see, coming up on this video, you're going to see some of the clips that I was able to capture from the school. But let me just set the tone for what happened. Thus far, we've had over 16 Chicago public school children killed in the city of Chicago this school year. Last year, we had over 35 killed. And so we're already 3 months out from the end of the year, and we're halfway. So we'll see if we meet or exceed last year's goal in total. Now, keep in mind, the Mayor Richard Daley, was re-elected last year as well. The primary job and role of your mayor, the public official in your area, is to keep you safe. That's the primary role of the president, is to make Americans safe. So the primary role of the mayor is to do the same, but within the city limits instead of nationally as the president would. So my question to you, and granted, I am a little biased. I did run for mayor, didn't make it, so I might be coming from a biased standpoint, but you guys be the judge of that. Has Mayor Daley made you safe? Do you feel safe? If that's his primary role, is to protect these Chicago citizens, obviously we're not doing a good job, because we're hearing about these young people being killed. An 18-year-old shot to death outside Crane Elementary School yesterday. I'm on my way over there as soon as I get done with this video. But the mayor has not kept us safe in this city. Now, keep in mind, it's only certain neighborhoods that haven't been kept safe. There are other neighborhoods that's doing quite well. So anyway, the way I see it, he has not done his job. You're going to see clips. You saw the crowd inside. I want to show you that even with that crowd that wasn't full, it took 2 school buses to get that many people in there. And as you can see, all the media came out, Channel 2, 5, and 7. This is just some of the cars and whatnot at the school. The real sad thing, they're preaching to the choir in there. It's the same people saying the same thing, and no one challenging the status quo. There's a third bus, so 3 buses to get that many people inside with all these police cars out here burning gas, taxpayers' gas. We'll talk about that later as well.
An assault weapon in the street or someone's home. You cannot carry a gun in Washington, D.C. You cannot carry a gun through any of the Capitol buildings. They have more guards than any place in the country. If those congressmen believe that people should carry guns and not afraid, why do they have all the guards? Why are they spending all the taxpayers' money to protect them in their office, but not the citizens in their congressional and the senatorial districts? It is about time that all of us, when we talk about marches of families who lost loved ones, marches of families to Springfield and Washington, D.C., and tell them, this is my son, this is my daughter, this is my mother, this is my father. This is not a statistic. This is not just a headline. This is my loved one. I have given birth to this child. This could be my foster child. This could be my adopted child. I say to you that I brought this child into this world in a great country. This child should not have lost his life here in the city of Chicago, New York, or Washington, D.C. I ask you, I plead with you, vote your conscience and vote for your children. This is what this is all about. We are going to be going to Springfield. We're going to be going to Washington. Yes, it does. Someone said, well, you get defeated. It doesn't matter. If you believe in the children, if you believe in those who lost their loved ones, you keep the fight as long as we're all alive. And then from there, another generation will take over. I asked the media to interview the families who lost loved ones. Talk to people who have gun violence is affected in their homes. This is all about someone's child. This is all about a son or a daughter. These young people that are getting shot or getting killed is a disgrace for humanity. This should not take place in America, any community throughout America. This country has fought far too long for civil liberties. And at the same time, we must all come together. A rally like this is extremely important. We're telling the rest of the city to wake up. Right. We're asking every homeowner, every block person, every minister, every politician to wake up and find out it's not just in Chicago. Now it's in the suburban and rural areas. It's all over. You send your children to college and you think they're safe. Then you wake up with another headline. You send your child over here or over there, you think they're safe. They're not safe as long as America is in love with guns. And when you love guns, you're basically destroying one of your loved ones in your home or on the street. So today's rally, again, says to all of us that we're never, ever going to give up. And when you saw the students here, Revere, when you saw the students at South Shore Jewel Company, that's why we adults should pack every school, every day, and talk about we want to protect our children. I thank you for being here. It shows you the ideal spirit that we have for our children. Thank you very much.
See clips over here at the school where you had over 3 school buses that shipped young people and some of the victims who've been, and my heart goes out to them, who had to experience the loss of life to their loved ones, and some of them were bussed over to the school to hear this rally and this speech. You have a panel, superintendent, oh, I gotta fix that, you guys, hold on 1 second. You had the superintendent, the new superintendent for the police. His name is Mr. Weiss, and he's a former FBI guy, so I have great respect for him. He's the new police superintendent. And then you have Father Flager, who's an activist, been active in the community for quite some time. And you have Vance Henry. You have a bunch of leaders that was up there speaking. The problem here, and as I was filming, a lot of people were very emotional and clapping. It's nothing to clap about. We are losing people out here at an astronomical rate, and these people are not all over. It's the same neighborhood where these people are being killed at. And so, to me, we should be upset. We should be I want to say pissed off. We should be very upset, and we should be taking action. The mayor does not have a plan. It was more preaching to the choir, the same people clapping and enthused about what he's saying. But when you look at it, what is the plan to change our community? I don't want to hear that the parents have to get involved. It's the guns, gun violence. You hear a lot of people talking about gun violence. I got a list of people who've been stabbed to death. So it's not just guns. If we get rid of all the guns, what you going to do about the knives? You going to get rid of all the knives that people being stabbed about? We're not getting to the root of the problem. And when you look at what is the root of the problem, first you got to diagnose what the real issue is. And what I don't hear coming from the leaders in this city, in the city of Chicago primarily, is the fact that what we're dealing with is a group of people and special interests that are benefiting from what's happening in these urban centers. If you want to, you can write this down. I'm going to give it to you. It's BLANGCC. Tell you what that means. BLANGC. B is beauty supply stores. L is liquor stores. A is apparel stores. N is nail shops. G is gas stations, C is cell phone shops, and the other C is corner stores. Who owns those businesses in our community? Now, when you talk about the homicide rate in our neighborhood, young people dying, what do they have to look forward to? Do they see thriving businesses owned by people in their community who care about them? When they go in the store and they're going through something, do them business owners give them and support them because they love them? No. They're dealing with a group of people who own these stores who can give a rat's ass about them and who will move forward with or without them being alive. So that's the raw reality of it. That's not what I heard Mayor Daley talk about. Now let me give you another acronym. It's called BDLCD. Now this is barbershops, beauty salons, lounges, BBLCD, beauty, barbershops, lounges, daycares, and shucks, I'm reading this off the top of my head, and can't remember the C. I come right back to you with that. I apologize for this, but anyway, the beauty shops, the barbershops, the lounges, daycares are all owned by who? Us.